No intro, is gonna get straight into this. So this video is gonna be in 3 sections: the toxicity in the community, the stands and buffs and nerfs, and conclusion. I'll probably do more parts to this later on, but so far this is all I'm gonna really do for now. So the community, very toxic, 70-30. 70% of the community, very toxic, and the other 30% is just chill or just don't want to really do anything right now, or at any time really, just there. They basically just stand there and do nothing, and if you attack them, it's alright. If they're Prestige 3, that is. But anyway, so 30% of the community is probably, I'm gonna have to say, kill traders, because kill traders, toxic. That's all you really gotta know, because the second you just decline their kill trade, they either leave, start talking crap, or lastly, just be there, respectful, just GG, or just be like, oh, okay, and just fight you, because some of them can be pretty good at the game, some of them could be pretty bad, it doesn't really matter. So some of them are completely cuckoo, bro. They're like on smoking or something. They're on something, basically. And they're just like, oh, because one time I didn't accept the kill trade, and they said, oh, kill yourself, adopt it. And I'm just like, bro, first of all, I have the World of Heaven, I don't need a kill trade. Second of all, why would you say that? First of all, I could have definitely gotten the guy banned, because death threats, right then and there, I could have definitely gotten him banned, but I wasn't recording at the time, so I probably couldn't have banned him even if I did. Hell, probably I could have. This man just wanted to get the World of Heaven, and things like this, just, I don't let that type of stuff slide. But the other 30% of, it's just basically the other 30% of the 70% of the toxic people. It's Steel Ball Run. Steel Ball Run, casual is toxic, and competitive is more toxic. That's all you really gotta know. Because the thing is, with Steel Ball Run, you get ganked on by 7 to like 20 people, depending. Because there's those big Steel Ball Run teams that completely wipe out the whole server. And it's annoying in every degree. And then you just spam easy, and I'm just like, bro, could you calm down? First of all, that wasn't even a fair fight. And second of all, why are you spamming easy? You're a complete fool. And sometimes you gotta just realize that sometimes. So the last 10% is just random killers in main game. Don't worry about them. They're very rare to find. Not really rare, but you know, you don't see them as often as in other games. Like, so, let's say a Bizarre Day, or let's say something like, I don't know, Universal Time, because that game completely sucked. So anyway, I think that's just about all for this section. No, I need to speak about the other 30%. So the 30%, they just stand there, talk, or grinding. Just grinding, and if there's a new player in the server, they'll help them out. Because, you know, you gotta help out a new player at all costs. Because you don't want people to stop playing the game. Because if people stop playing the game, then Uzu's probably gonna stop playing the game. Because, like, for him, it's like kind of high risk, high reward, because like he could risk making a good update, and it could be risk making an update that people might not like, but if they like it, that's the reward aspect of it. So anyway, I'm getting off track. I'm rambling at this point, as I do way too much. Anyway, let's get back on track. So I think that's just about everything for this section. I think we can go on to the next section. Standard needs buffs and nerfs, I'm gonna have to say, are GER, Made in Heaven, SCR, the World of Heaven, Magician's Red, and Seamoon. Definitely Seamoon. The reason I said GER, a lot of people will disagree. Oh, GER is a fair and balanced stand. Of course it isn't. Listen. All that would nerf about the stand is the Awakening. You become the Terminator. It gives you a bigger damage buff than any Awakening in the game. It's the biggest damage buff in the game. Keep that in mind. The Bird does 50 damage, which is a quarter of your HP. They do that 4 times, you're dead. No matter, like, you might say, oh, but healing, that thing does like 51 damage, so good luck healing, because that stand does complete retarded damage. Nobody can say otherwise. If you say, oh, the Awakening is pretty, balanced, that's not how that works. And if you say, oh, it's overpowered in the anime, that's not how game design works. Everybody knows that, oh, if something is overpowered in the anime, oh, let's just make it even more powerful in the game. That's not how game design works. So, Made in Heaven, the cooldowns, they're very bad. Like, they buffed the Heaven's Judgment for some reason. I don't know why they need to buff it. They nerfed the knives, which I mean, I guess I agree with, but the knives were a bit better than most of the moves, but that makes sense. It's knives. Like, what is up? Yeah, you might say, oh, this is Made in Heaven we're talking about. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Just the cooldowns in general just need nerfs, because apparently when you use time acceleration, I have Made in Heaven, so I know about this. Time acceleration makes your double XL cooldown go down by like 100% quicker, very, very quick. So the thing is, with the whole thing there, it's like, that's the only thing I would nerf about the stand. Other than that, it's pretty fair and balanced. It's, every move has a counter, except, well, no, Heaven's Judgment, well, yeah, Heaven's Judgment does have a counter, technically. You just block it, or you just counter the move, just use a counter, boom. Then the opponent is immobilized. Alright, C-Moon, everybody knows C-Moon is completely stupid. Infinite combo, I got one shot when I had SCR with the... Listen, I fought a C-Moon, right? And when I fought him, he two-stalked me with C-Moon boxing. He didn't even give me a chance. I literally could not fight back, because it's C-Moon, my guy. What are you supposed to do against that stand? That stand is completely retarded. Listen, the nerfs I would give it, the damage nerf, big damage nerf, you get invincibility frames when you get up. Also, it doesn't take your stand away when you get launched into the air. Okay? Because that's pretty stupid. You get comboed when you don't have a stand. You can't fight back. That's the biggest thing. And that's all the nerfs. Oh yeah, by the way, I don't think it deserves a counter. Like, why does a stand already need a counter? Surfing Inversion Punch, why did they nerf that move? It didn't even do that much damage. Nobody really used it with Seaman. Just boom, uppercut to the moon. Boom, Surface Inversion Punch. You got a combo right there. You do not need to try to get... It's like, it's no risk, high reward for some ungodly reason. Anyway, the World of Heaven. OP time stop, we already know this. 70% damage, no. 50% damage cap, by the way. That's, do I even need to keep explaining? Other than that, the stand is balanced. Now we gotta go to, Magician's Red. Everybody hates this stand, let's be honest. You use it, you're either like you're not even a low. If you're just some guy who loves to do like 50 million damage with a projectile that goes through block, or you have a grab move that launches people and takes their stand away, and then you have a move that block breaks, is cancelable, and if the other person is on a team, boom, you already lost. There's no way you can fight back, because if it's a bunch of spin users, you're sure as hell not making it out of that one, because Magician's Red is completely fair and balanced. Don't take that into consideration. Don't clip that, because it's like, oh, it's fair and balanced though. No, that's sarcasm, because nobody thinks this stand is balanced. Anyone who does, you might be on crack, my friend. Anyway, that does not matter in this case. Well, it kind of does, but anyway. Stands that need buffs, or stands that need buffs, there we go, the stands that need buffs and buffs, basically, so we got Star Platinum the World. If you're like, oh no, Star Platinum the World is broken, it's not, believe me, all of its moves can be parried and easily countered. Anyway, so what I would fix the stand with, make Skull Crusher blockable, make the Platinum Slam unparryable, basically. Just do not allow parryable moves on the stand. Like, don't make the stand parryable, because if it's parryable, if all of its moves are parryable, bro, it's not even, you can't even fight back. If you fight a leaderboard player, you're screwed. That's why some people do not even get a Skull Crusher and Platinum Slam, because they kind of suck. So, going back to the stand that need nerfs, I forgot to mention D4C Love Train. I don't know why the hell I forgot about that. Anyway, so you see, it has the highest destructive power in the game. It kills vampires. If you fight a goddamn D4C Love Train with Hamon, you just quit the game. You're not winning that fight, because Vampire kind of sucks. I'm not gonna talk about Vampire right now, because I'm thinking I'm gonna put the specs I need buffs and nerfs for the next video, I guess, that I'm probably gonna make on the issues of YBA. Heard Your Bizarre Adventure. Call it whatever the hell you want. It doesn't really matter to me. So the thing is with D4C Love Train. Love Train completely stupid. I don't know why the hell you would think that oh yeah, I'm an idiot. I forgot to say why Silver Chariot Requiem needs a nerf. Silverchair Requiem, nerf Conqueror's Will. That's basically all it needs. Take away the air barrage. It never needed an air barrage. Anyway, that's out of the way. Do you foresee Love Train? Definitely nerf the destructive power. Why the hell are you allowed to one-shot someone with a barrage? All you have to do is barrage someone and you win. It's brain dead. The clones I do not like. You stun them, they immediately explode. That makes no sense. The explosive clones, they have such a short cooldown. And the other clones, they can actually attack the user for some reason. That makes completely no sense. You know, like, how could your own clones attack you? Why would they? That makes completely no sense. So the next reason why I think this thing needs a nerf, Love Train. It can reflect any move, literally any move. So let's say a King Crimson Requiem uses Epitaph. They get Raging Demon for some reason. I have no idea. Believe me, I've dealt with something like that. And and also the beatdown. You should not be able to reverse the beatdown, because the thing is, with beatdown, you can't exactly reflect a beatdown. You're not using SCR, so it makes completely no sense. You know that? Like, let's say you're fighting an SPTW or Star Platinum of the World. So, the thing with that is, you have Star Platinum of the World, you use the beatdown, they activate Love Train, boom, it gets reversed. What if Love Train ends before the beatdown ends? That makes no sense, because technically you wouldn't be beatdowning them anymore, they would be beatdowning you. That makes completely no sense, alright? Anyway, standing buffs, I'm gonna have to say is... Well, I already said Star Platinum of the World. Another stand that definitely needs a buff, or needs some type of attention, is the Tusk Axe. Tusk 1 and 2. So, nails, they're completely unusable. That's it. I tried doing Steel Ball Run with Tusk Axe 1. I died. And this is when Sea Moon came out. And also something that I also think they do need to fix. Do not allow Sea Moon in casual Steel Ball Run. Why? Just why? Like, it never needed to be allowed to be in casual Steel Ball Run, because that just makes casual Steel Ball Run completely impossible. Like, that makes no sense. Anyway, back to the stands that need buffs and nerfs. Tusk Axe, I don't know how you would buff them. Don't ask me. I'm not the creator. I can't tell what needs buffs. But no, like, it's just completely unusable. Buff the damage, have a counterplay to something like barrages, because any stand that doesn't have a barrage, you're screwed. Like, if you're fighting a barrage stand, which, like, pretty much every stand in the game has a barrage at this point. Meaning, if you're fighting something like a Tusk Tour, let's say, you're dead. No way you're surviving. Also, I don't know why people would use Tusk 2 as if it's a pretty good stand. No, it's not. You just block the nails. That's the ultimate, what's it called? That's the ultimate counterplay. Anyway, I'm taking way too long on this. Anyway. I'm getting off track. I'm rambling at this point. So, Beach Boy, give it back its durability. You used to have a pretty good amount of durability or more HP, something. Because something like, let's say, okay, for example, back then, when I first played, which was like around a year ago, something like that, when they first changed the GUI, when like the rib stands and shit was first introduced, right? So the thing is with that, I first started playing when that happened, and Whitesnake first came out, and like in the middle of all those 3 events. So the thing that happened at the time, I had Beach Boy. I was fighting Silverchair Requiem and like 50 other people, and I'm like, bro, quit acting like you're God. They always was like, oh, we're cleansing the game of filth, and I'm like, bro, quit acting like you're some type of God, my guy. And then they got like goddamn offended by that. That was literally YBA like a year ago. Like, they got offended by literally everything. They had God complexes every 2 seconds, man. Like, there was a Star Platinum of the World too. Keep that in mind. There was a Silverchair Requiem, which nobody really used Conqueror's Will, because nobody thought it was that good of a move. Conqueror's Will was pretty kind of bad. Also, nobody used Silverchair Requiem, which doesn't make any sense, because it was a really good stand, and nobody really used it, so that was kind of stupid. Anyway, I'm really starting to ramble. So, it used to have good durability to make up for the fact that it didn't have a barrage. So, give that back to the stand, it would be pretty good. You could just put people in the goddamn blender if you have spin with that thing. It's actually a pretty good stand if you think about it, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. So, you see, the thing with something like, let's say, buff, I'm gonna say is, well, Hermit Purple. Make some of the moves unblockable. Or, like, they block break immediately. Because, like, you see the Divine Trap thing? It parries automatically. You could basically parry it the second like, you accidentally can parry this. I did this multiple times. I didn't even mean to parry. What I think they should do is when you don't parry the move, the Divine Trap move thing, where it puts you in the air and it does a thing. Yeah, what I think they should do is if you block it and you don't parry it, it block breaks you. That's what I think they should do. Which could be pretty cool. And it would be very, 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 very much more useful. In a lot more situations, and I think that's basically all the stands that I really needed to talk about. And if I forget any stands, I'm probably just gonna include it in the next part. So I think that's just about all the stands. I think I can go to the next section. Alright, conclusion time. So, what you're supposed to get from this video is how YBA has a lot of issues. Let me talk about one last issue before I get on to the last part of the conclusion. So, something that I realized, the game is R15, meaning if you have a small avatar, like a teeny tiny small avatar, so your hitbox will be smaller and you could avoid attacks a lot easier. Isn't that stupid? The game should just be R6 instead. Because, like, bro, how are you gonna do this bullshit with, like, oh, we're gonna make the game R15 and people could just get smaller avatars, and then they could waste Robux, so then they could be almost unbeatable. Yeah, I think most of the people on the leaderboard have a smaller avatar, because then your hitbox is a lot smaller and you could avoid Space Ripper Stingy Eyes, by the way, from Vampire, which makes completely no sense. And I think they should patch that, either patch it or make the game R6. Something to fix it, because the hitboxes are complete bullshit. And now on to the conclusion. So, oh yeah, by the way, so you might see Star Platinum the World Pluck gameplay in the back, but I got rid of Star Platinum the World, and now I have a Silver Chariot Requiem. And if you might be like, wait, oh, I thought you bought like something along the lines of, oh, don't you have stand storage, or like the Robux stand storage? No, I do not like wasting Robux on stand storage when, like, in total it's like, what, like 3,000 something for all the stand storage slots. They added even more. No, I think it's a lot more than that actually now. It's like 4,000, about 5,000 Robux. I'm not gonna spend 5,000 Robux on an item that's not even gonna last me a long time. But if I had a lot of Robux, then yeah, I probably would, because I wouldn't have much to do. Anyway, I'm getting really off track. So, the thing I want to, like, say is that it took me a long time to make, and I put a lot of effort into this, so I guess like and sub, because I really took way too long. This took me, like, what, a week? Oh, that's probably because I'm lazy, but I guess that's really all I have to say. I'll see you in the next video.